Hello. There you are. It's Thursday, January 19th, 9:05 p.m. And we are about to continue our... I realize that this is not really extreme programming thing. I keep saying that. I'm talking out loud. I'm talking to myself. This is more like a devlog. And you know how devlogs usually blog, but if there's two V's in it, it's a video log. So that's what I'm doing. And today I'm working more on the iPhone. I hooked up a new camera, so I think probably I've been playing with it a little bit. I think I'm not using Skype anymore, so there's the latency between the audio and the video should be the same because I'm using really the standard drivers and everything. And probably my lips sync up to the sound. And if not, well, we'll just have to work on that. The lighting unfortunately looks pretty different, but can't really get around that. Yeah, I just found an old camera lying around. It's from like probably 2003. So video quality might not be the best, but you know, I think it's just as good as the spec-wise. It's probably as good as the MacBook one. Just it doesn't have the same like lighting magic. So the light looks pretty weird, but whatever. So one thing I realized that's really helpful. So on the right side off screen, I do this is FFmpeg recording and Google CL uploading to YouTube automatically in the background on the script. And every time I start the stream, I just started. I've been putting the script together just every time, changing it a little bit, and it's gotten to the point where it's fairly automated. Computes, you know, file name and the numbers and everything. I still have to write the main number heading. I'm probably going to automate that later. But what's really helpful for me is when I get here and I start typing what I'm going to do today. And I mean, sometimes I can find myself sitting down and just saying, all right, I'm going to write some code, and I won't really have, I'll have maybe one specific goal that I want to do, so like one bug I want to fix or something, and then I don't have anything planned after that because there's always something I can find. But I don't know, I think it's kind of helpful to write this stuff down. So here today I wrote the main bug that I'm going to debug, and then the features I'm going to implement afterwards. And this will give me like a straightforward path to follow. And I've been watching some of the old videos. I usually watch the last one, the latest one, to refresh my thoughts on where I left off. And I realized this not, well, especially on like the Audacity one, there wasn't so much code. And I wanna become more efficient in that kind of thing. So this devlog's also about me trying to be a better programmer, and talking myself through it. And there is a skill, I think, to be able to talk and think at the same time. Talk about what you're thinking out loud. And I definitely am a slow speaker, so you'll have to bear with me if you are a human watching this video. If you're a robot and you're just crawling, keep crawling, man. So I'm gonna get started. Like I said, there's this bug I've been running into, and I can now move this camera around, so I don't have to keep you up there. But I don't have a real good way of. I don't have a place to put it to show the iPhone. It would be cool if I could bring it down here and then like sit it so it's. I wonder if this will work. Yeah, this will work. I think this will work. Ah, but it's upside down. Just bear with me. I'm gonna get this. Well, maybe not today. I don't know. Yeah. Well, I mean, I could hold it like this. I guess I'll need one hand to do this. So if I run the program, Actually, this is probably, I don't know if this helps you or not, but okay. So watch all the. So we got this belt. That belt in the middle is pretty solid. But okay. And the effects work, but they'll crash right after, shortly after an effect takes place. So when they hit the middle, they turn to effect. And strangely enough, they don't turn green unless they're. I don't know. I don't know. So you see, program. Ooh, can't let it fall asleep. I think, no, I don't know what it is. I'm going to, anyway, put the camera back. I'll have to work out some way of, getting the camera. I guess I could just carry it every time, but whatever. It looks like we'll get some feedback, because when I tap the mic I can hear it too. Well, that's for our fun and enjoyment when it happens. Yeah, I can hear that. That must be really loud for you. Let me check my settings. I don't know why that's happening. I'm not going to look into it right now. What I'm going to do is find out what's crashing in this program. So last time when I was running GDB, I think it didn't give an error, and that's when I just stopped for the day. So I'm going to start the debugger and launch it and drink some water. Always drinking water. Yeah, that fluorine and chloride in the Hawaii water really keeps your teeth strong. Okay. So, the thing is running. It's been running for a little while. There isn't really any sound coming out yet. There's some sound coming out now. And there's lots of glare on the screen. But you see the green objects, they're the ones that make the noise. Once they hit the conversion block, they'll turn green, and then the next time they collide with something, they make a sound. And that's when it crashed. See, it just crashes abruptly without saying why. And I am running in debug mode, so I don't know why it's doing that. And see, it goes into GDB, and I can type some GDB commands. If you didn't know Xcode, you can configure it to use GDB or the other new debugger. I think it's LLVM. Clang. The Clang I don't know I forget what parts of compiler and debugger, but I haven't really played around with that, so I've been using GDB. But doesn't seem to attach so well to the iPhone projects. So it went to GDB after the program exited, which isn't ideal. And there are no messages, so it would be great if we could put a breakpoint on this kill sign. Yeah, do you think we could do that? Let me check that we are debugging. If I go to test, no. If I go to run, I forget what it was. Yeah, this. I hate being so whiny. What does this analyze? Debug. I mean, it's in the debugger, so it should, I mean, you'd expect it to catch the exceptions. So, I don't know, it could be some nasty memory error thing that for some reason it doesn't catch. But I do realize that this stuff didn't happen before I added the collision code in. So let me take that collision code out really quick and verify that that's the issue. So what I mean is, yeah, here's our belt, and when we collide, we now do the service of the sub-entities of passing along the collision message. So this means the children effect classes that live on top of the belt will be able to receive the collision and do the voice conversion. So I just disabled that, and I'm going to test. I'm going to run it for about 3 minutes, and if no crashes happen in there, I'm going to say we are probably good. We don't have to worry. That's where the problem is. So I noticed another thing that's weird is that for some reason the length growing property of these sounds don't work anymore. Even if I sing a long sound, like I'll try singing. Blog. See, that was a pretty long sound. I'm not sure why. They used to grow with the length of the sound. So nothing really. Oh, that quit too. So maybe the bug is not there. I don't know. I bet we're just missing a retain when we add stuff. What are we adding stuff to? Anyway, it sounds like we're missing a retain. Here's what we can do. We can... So how do I do the custom running stuff? Because although it's as slow as heck, you can do a fancy debug. You can put a malloc guard on. Well, not just a malloc guard. I forget what it was. But there's some magic like Valgrind. Yeah. Really not used to this. Show debug navigator. How's that? What's that? Oh, this is debug? Okay, let me just see edit scheme. What does that do? Okay, see? See this? Debug. Build configuration, debug, GDB, launch, options. Yeah, here's the stuff. Enable guard edges. Okay. I don't know what that is, but guard malloc. So this will... I don't know if... I forget if this checks the freeing or what. Well, we already check freed memory to see if it's already freed. Anyway, let's just enable these and run it. Can't... If it ends up running too slow, well, we'll just quit. I'm sorry, you couldn't see any of that. It wasn't my intention, but I enabled a bunch of options. And... well, apparently libgmalloc could not be inserted. So maybe you can't do that on the iPhone. Maybe that library is only for the core OS.